And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with no further ado, allow me to introduce Jemima Osunde in the building. Give like a more detailed definition and explanation of what HPV is and why it's so important.
So HPV, human papillomavirus,
Okay.
it's not just one virus, because a lot of people think, oh, HPV one virus. It's not. It's a group of viruses.
Okay.
And they're very highly infectious. It's probably one of the most infectious viruses we have in the world now.
Right.
And that's because it's very easy to spread. Some people think, oh, it's restricted to body exchange of fluids and, intimacy. No. You can contract HPV by skin-to-skin contact with someone that has it. I'm talking about sitting beside someone in a bus that has it and they're sweating and your body touches them or whatever, or they sneeze in your face or they sneeze into the air and the droplets get it. Once you come in contact with them or body fluids from them, you could contract it. It's also very risky because in a lot of people, it's asymptomatic. So I could be sitting here looking normal, but I have it and you wouldn't know. And because it's so infectious, I'm putting you at risk of it without even knowing. But there's different effects it has on you. We call them different types. There's low risk and there's high risk. Now, in someone who, for example, is asymptomatic, we could say it's low risk because it's not really presenting with anything. But someone else can contract it from them and end up being high risk. And the problem with being high risk is you could easily have it's a bunch of diseases you could end up with, majorly cancer. And in women, it mostly presents as cervical cancer. Yes, and cervical cancer currently is the second most frequently occurring cancer amongst Nigerian women between the ages of 15 and 44.
How do we prevent this? What do we need to do? Do I have to rub palm oil all over my body? Do I have to wear raincoats everywhere because it's raining HPV, or I don't need to panic that much?
You don't need to panic that much.
Okay.
But, like I said, prevention better than cure.
Always.
I should point out that there is no cure to HPV. So when a person is infected, they're infected.
Okay, so they have to manage it for life.
Exactly. But the best thing to do, instead of having to do that, is early detection and prevention. So there's something called a pap smear for women.
Okay.
Now that's the screening process to check. And what that does is they basically go into the cervix, which is a part of your, birth canal.
Yes.
And they take the cells there, a sample of it, and look at the cells under a microscope.
Okay.
Now they check for healthy cells because there's a certain way healthy cells look and there's a way unhealthy cells look. Yes. Now when they start to see, abnormal cells, that's when they know, okay, there is a potential for you to have HPV or, development of cervical cancer and all of that. So you do that pap smear first, which is the screening, and then get the vaccine. The HPV vaccine.
Okay.
It's available in government-owned hospitals for free, and it's also available in private medical facilities, but at an additional, at a little cost.
With a little cost.
Exactly.
Okay, but you can get it free from general hospitals.
From government-owned hospitals across Nigeria.
Across Nigeria. Okay.
What Bella Nigeria is doing with this Stop HPV for Her campaign is mostly speaking to parents.
Okay.
We want the mothers and fathers because they're the ones in positions to make decisions for their daughters.
Okay.
We want fathers and mothers who are listening to know that HPV is worse than your fear of vaccines or your fear of giving this to your child. Trust me, we've seen it. I've seen it in the hospital. I've treated patients with cervical cancer. It will never be our fate. It will never be our destinies. It will never be our endpoint.
Amen.
But we have to take steps. And so we're telling parents to take their daughters between the age of 9 and 14 because it's the best stage. It's early on before, maximal exposure to the virus.
For the parents out there, I'm liking the fact that you're mentioning that parents are very important in this, because if you can catch it young, then they're good to go for the rest of their lives. So parents need to have this information. If you have daughters, make sure that they get the vaccine, and of course educate even the boys about it, so they know exactly what's going on moving forward.
Follow us, look for us on social media. Everyone now, we're in the era of social media. Everyone's got Instagram.
What's that hashtag?
It's hashtag Stop HPV for Her.
Okay.
And this campaign is being championed by Bella Nigeria. I believe we all know Bella Nigeria. They're doing important content for Nigerians and Nigerian women in particular as well.
Right.
So follow Bella Nigeria on social media, follow the hashtag, and you'll find out more information. You see more activations and more vital things about HPV.
All right, Jemima, thank you so much. I could have this conversation with you much longer. In fact, you're such a vibe to be with. In fact, I'm thinking that maybe we should just employ you and have you come, but you can't wake up at 4
I can't wake up at No, I can't do it. I will be.
All right, then. All right, that wraps it up. All right, on this conversation with Jemima Osunde on HPV enlightenment. Remember, the hashtag is hashtag Stop HPV for Her. Okay, and of course, it's being organized by Bella Ninja, doing a great job to enlighten and educate people about this. All right, the Max Breakfast continues with more great conversations, more great content, and of course, hit music for Lagos.